What's going on, nerds? Just on Indo right here, and let's talk comics.
Hindi mesti yang no lah. Chinese ah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, an English episode for this week. It's a little bit special because I decided to invite one of the radio DJs in Singapore. I mean, if you guys watch my one of my Malay episodes back then, I invited a Malay radio DJ. Actually, it's an ex-radio DJ lah, but right now it's not a Malay radio station, but it's from Power 98. Am I right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys can hear his voice really, right? He's none other than Mr. Young. How's it going?
Hey. Dando, thanks for having me here. Look, I am ready to get nerdy, downright nerdy, bro.
Let's get right to it, man.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm from Power 98, like you mentioned, of course. I currently do 3 to 5 p.m. I also do streaming on Twitch and TikTok, Mr. Young GG. And I do a pro wrestling podcast, Kick to the Guy. If you're into pro wrestling, come swing by and chill out lah.
Yeah, and before I start, I would like to thank for having your time, man, to be my guest, you know, for a small podcast. Actually, I'm a bit nervous today because to invite someone like you, I'm like,
we're just here to be as nerdy as possible because I tell you what, right? Like, I love that in 2025, we get to be as nerdy as we can and be free about it, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, basically, a nerd is the new cool. I would say.
yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
So before we did our recording today, actually Mr. Young had his live stream talking about wrestling. So if you guys are interested, you guys can watch his when do you do usually your live for wrestling?
Usually it's Sunday nights at 8 p.m. on our YouTube page, Kick to the Gut. Sometimes we record the episodes in case we're busy or there's not much happening, but there usually is a lot happening. But we love the live element because it's fun to talk with, like, you know, people and fans of WWE and AEW. We talk stuff lah, basically.
Yeah. Interesting. I myself not really a huge wrestling fan, but I also, like, you know, kepo a little bit, ask my friends that love wrestling, because like you said earlier on before we start recording, right now Netflix also live stream WWE, right?
Yes, correct. And I was very pleased to see the other day, if you look at, like, you know, they have the top 10 series they will list, right? Bro, Raw, WWE Raw was at number 1. I was shocked because as a wrestling fan, I'm like, yes, I want this to be mainstream. I want this to be popular. People in Singapore are watching.
Yeah. Actually, because of Netflix, I feel like I want to start watching. Especially right now, I heard John Cena is technically the villain, right?
Yes, he's back as a... Look, here's the thing. Like, people always talk about, all these wrestlers, they always sometimes good guys, sometimes bad guys. Well, it's no different from the comic books. You know, sometimes Dr. Doom is a bad guy most of the time, but sometimes he can be the hero too.
True. Even there's a lot of villains in the comics change to good guy at this day and age, you know. Like, for example, I would say who is a good example?
Bro, everybody has turned heel face.
Yeah,
Venom used to be a villain. Eddie Brock is now a hero,
Venom.
right?
Yeah, Venom, yes.
There's just so many.
I mean, different writers, different way of storytelling lah, basically. And besides, people who love villains, who love to see their favorite villain turn into hero, you know, at some point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So,
I mean, isn't that what they... Sorry, isn't that what they say about the best villains are always like, they believe what they're doing is true, is correct, is the right way. They're the hero in their own mind, right?
Yes, I agree. It's like what Two-Face said in Dark Knight.
Yes.
It's either you die a hero or live long enough to see yourself as a villain lah. But now it's the opposite. The villain become hero.
It's all about perspective lah, at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. So, Mr. Young, like I said earlier on, you mentioned you're a radio DJ yourself. Could you tell us more before we start talking about comics? How is it like life as a radio DJ? To balance your life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in the industry long enough. I started at 987. Then after that, I
Mm-hmm.
went to Lush 99.5 for a while. And then I went to Power 98. And that's where I am
Mm.
currently. Lah. Yeah, it's been like 20 plus years. I've seen the industry
Oh,
grow and then
damn.
change so much. Now it's a social media industry as well.
Mm.
It's fun.
True.
Like, it's exciting. It's not as glamorous as some people think it is. But I'm very privileged to be able to do what I do.
But as a radio DJ, do you get to talk about comics and stuff during work, or do you like talk about all this nerdy stuff outside work?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Because of the explosion of nerdy content and, like, for example, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, now it's okay for me to talk about it on air, right? Because the new
Oh,
Fantastic
okay.
Four movies come out.
Yeah.
It's relevant. It's lifestyle. But when I was coming up, like, there was no way you would hear a radio DJ go on the air and start talking about, Reed Richards suddenly became a villain.
Oh.
He's the maker now. No way, because your boss will call you up and say, "Hey, what are you talking about? This lame stuff. Nobody cares." And then you cannot
Yeah.
scolding.
Yeah. Damn. The time has changed, because like I feel like back in the day, especially I'm a technically born in the 96, right? So back in those days, where if you're a huge fan of comic books, like myself, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. To be as huge fan, it was very easy to get bullied, like,
Oh my god.
yeah, talking
Bro,
about
tell me about
comic
it, bro.
books.
Yeah. Actually was just talking about it to my friends. Like, growing up, right? I love Magic the Gathering. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love
Oh, yeah.
Marvel comics. Yeah, I love
Nice.
pro wrestling. I'm like, bro, I am collecting the Infinity Stones of nerd. Okay,
Yeah.
if I add cosplay and Pokemon to it, that's it already. I'm not making it out of secondary school without getting whacked.
Exactly. But yeah, nowadays everything leads to being a nerd, man. Like, I see nowadays cool kids could start collecting Pokemon cards, and then
Yes. Yes.
I feel like those hip kids also, they are into comics right now. So it's like it's a different era we are living in, man, right now.
Yeah. And I think that we, as quote unquote OGs, the original geeks, right? Like, there's a segment, I feel, sometimes, of people who are like, "Oh, we want to gatekeep, you're not the originals, boo." To me, I say no. I think it's a great thing that more people are into this stuff that we are into, right? So
Yeah.
I think we should all just be very welcoming to the people who are
Yes.
starting to, like, suddenly get excited about DC or Marvel, whatever it is, because
Yeah.
of the movies.
Yes, exactly. And we also need this comic book community to grow, man. Because I feel like in Singapore is very, very we know, technically we know each other. Especially when you go to comic
Really?
stores. Yeah, I feel like that. Like, whenever I go to comic stores, they'll be like, "Hey, I seen you in this shop and then that shop," So I'm like, damn, the community is so small. So we need a huge community in Singapore. Yeah. So
Question: do
yeah.
people still go to the comic store? Because, okay, personally, I haven't gone to a comic store in a long time. Like, I read a lot of it
Ooh.
online. Marvel has the unlimited subscription
Yeah.
package, right? App. So I just
Yes.
read it on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So basically, in Singapore, surprisingly, nowadays there's so many comic stores in Singapore. Like, last time when I was like you also. Like, I've been reading digitally, and then in my mind I was like, damn, I need to feel the comic books like how I used to feel back in those days, no. So I decided to do some research here and there, and then I found out that back then, I restarted collecting comic books back in 2021. So
Okay,
in 2021, there wasn't really many comic stores, because I think it was COVID. So there was like Absolute Comics in Plaza Singapura, and then we had Ping Pong Comics, and then we also have Comic Grill Vault. Back in 2021, Comic Grill Vault just started open their shop in Roxy Square, and then we also have. Yeah, and then we also have the legendary comic shop, which is GNB Comics, and Comics World. So total there's 5. But today there's like Calibug Comics. There's like another shop, I don't know, beside Calibug, here and there. You can even get them online right now. Yeah, so there's so many in Singapore.
Was the resurgence because of the popularity and also collectability? Like, certain comics are just selling for a lot of money, and to each their own. But some people buy this stuff to save as an investment, right?
Yeah. I mean, not just comic books. Every hobby, I feel like there are two types of groups. It's either they're collecting it for fun, or they are a fan, or maybe they're collecting it for investment. Same like comics. I feel like right now, because of TikTok, people start to collect because of investment. Even my uncle suddenly start going to the shop that I used to go every time.
Right.
And he was like, hey, my nephew always come to this shop, And then they were like, oh, okay. Yeah.
We saw it recently in I don't know if you paid attention to the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering card set release, right?
Yeah.
It was like, for Magic the Gathering fans, we were like, hey, why are all these packs suddenly super expensive? Because it had the Final Fantasy franchise, but it drove the price up because it was in such demand because people were chasing certain cards. So a lot of the OG fans are a little bit upset. It's like, hey, but then, you're screwing the diehard fans who just want to play Magic. Now it's way too expensive,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And if it felt, it's like a challenge because involving all these investors or scalpers, it's not as fun as how it used to be. But at the same time, I mean, not everything you can collect. Like for myself, I just collect Spider-Man or Daredevil and maybe some indie comics here and there. But to me, if anyone asks me like will I get rich? Will I be rich one day by collecting comics or whatever? I'll just tell them that if you think of collecting comics or toys and it will make you rich one day, then don't bother collecting.
That's great advice. I actually really believe that. Yes.
You gotta have fun, It's not like you're gonna buy Forex or some stocks. It's not fun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the making of the money can be quite fun, but Question I ask you, because, and this might be a deep cut, right? I really want to know, and maybe for some of your listeners who are maybe a little bit older, is the comic shop in Lucky Plaza still there, and Serene Center? So those were my two places. No, and there's a third one, Paradise Center, which is now Great Mall, right? I can't remember the names, but there was Lucky Plaza, and then the Serene Center one was Comics Mart, and then Paradise was Comics World, I think. Those were the three I went to all the time.
Okay, if I'm not wrong, Comics World right now, they relocated at Park Lane Mall at Bras Basah there.
Yes.
So the other two shops that you mentioned, I'm not familiar with. So right now people are going to Comic Grill Vault more at Sim Lim Tower, I guess. Yeah, it's either Sim Lim Tower or Sim Lim Square one of them . Yeah. You should check that shop out because I always get my comics there, especially if you read New Comic Book Day every week.
Yes. Bro, I cannot. I have too many things I waste money on already at this point.
I can see that from the back. I can see there's a lot of collection.
Look at all this crap. There's too much crap.
My God.
I cannot. Oh.
Life of being a geek. Damn.
Yeah. It's not cheap. See, that's probably why. That's also a big reason why all these companies are suddenly into the geek culture. Is because there's money to be made.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially comics. Comics, I feel like it's so cheap, especially the single issues. So they will buy in bulk and then start selling it for have some investment in it. Like okay, Ultimate Spider-Man. Do you read Ultimate Spider-Man? The new Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, I don't.
Okay. So basically, when I first ordered it, I pre-ordered that single issue actually. It was I think it cost me around like $10. So when I visited Comic Grill, I ordered from Comic Grill, and then the owner of the shop was like, "Hey, lucky you pre-order this thing." They're like, why? Right now on eBay, people selling it for $50. They're like, serious? 1 week later, right now I see eBay, it's like what, $300?
Why?
I don't know, man. It's just the hype.
That's
so I'm quite lucky to get it for $10 back then. But nowadays it's very hard to find that comic book. Yeah. Oh yes. Speaking of Marvel comics, I would like to ask Mr. Young, what's your favorite Marvel character? That's good.
I guess you never forget your first, right? And the very first comic I got was, funnily enough, it had nothing to do with the character or anything. It was because the cover was damn cool. I can tell you,
Oh,
I
okay.
forget what issue number it is. It was
Uh-huh.
a glow in the dark cover of Ghost Rider. Yeah, I
Ooh,
thought the
okay.
cover was so cool. Then I was like, "Hey, I'm going to buy this just because of the cover." And then I became a fan. So yeah, Ghost Rider is my favorite character. This was during the '90s, so it was the Daniel Ketch version of Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay. That's my favorite. Ghost Rider too. I prefer Daniel Ketch
Nice.
than Johnny Blaze and Robbie Reyes. Yeah.
I mean, okay, for me, it's Dan, Johnny, and then yeah, the rest. Okay,
Yeah. Same.
I know
Same.
this is lame, right? But to me, Robbie Reyes should be the ghost driver because he drives the car. He doesn't ride,
Oh yeah.
bro. It doesn't make sense. He's the ghost driver.
Yeah. Actually, now when you say it, Ghost Driver. Yeah. Wait. So wow,
But yeah,
you get to you get to live the moment where comics was like at the peak in the 90s, especially those comic artists. Wow. You're so lucky, man. I wish, especially in those in that era lah, in the era like those comic that was produced back then. Right now, it's like selling $1,000 man.
like you saying that, right? I'm like, oh man, I wish I kept better care of my comics because yes, I bought the boards, I bought the the plastic protective cover, acid-free boards, but it's still like, I mean, I don't think it's in mint condition. I have to go through my stuff, and I don't know, like I moved or that, I don't know if it survived.
I mean, I feel like in Singapore you can sell it on Carousel lah. People also don't care lah. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
I have this. Maybe I don't know.
right, yeah.
Because
And
whenever
back in those days,
yeah. Sorry.
back in those days, they would release like 10,000 different variant covers, and I bought all the variant covers.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't know if you remember the X-Men. They launched an X-Men series that had like multiple covers. You put them side by side, it becomes one entire like poster or picture.
Yeah, I think it's the Jim Lee art or whatever, right? Yeah,
That's the one. I have the full set. So I buy all.
Oh my god, damn!
Yeah.
And back then they were selling it at like what, few dollars, right? $4, $3. In fact, yeah.
Correct.
I had one of the comic that you were saying. I think I had the Cyclops and Wolverine posing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I got it for like $14, man. And that's actually quite expensive. When Comic Grill showed me, I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit, yeah. But that's the thing, like, I don't look at these as a dollar value. Like, those were my memories. Like, they're all red. That's the thing. They're not mint because I read through the damn things, right? I thought it was just cool to have different covers and stuff like that. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, why buy a comic just to keep it under your bed or maybe inside your box? You have to read it, man. And you have to touch it, smell it. It's different from reading through the device or whatever. Yeah.
correct.
I just don't understand all these scalpers or maybe collectors that just collect for the cover.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. And bro, you're making me want to go through my old comics now and then get that comic book smell. They all got one smell on. The paper got smell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wait till you check out the modern age comics, man. The smell also like one kind one. I don't know from where they print.
Paper crack, bro. It's paper crack.
Hey, you should visit Comic Grill Vault at Simlim.
Okay, I will. One of these days.
They're very nice. Yeah, should.
Bring me on
And
the
then
tour
when
lah,
you
bro.
go there, you say, hey, yeah, of course. Or maybe when you visit your own, you just give me a shout out lah. Say, hey, Shazwan Endo recommended me this store. Yeah.
Sure. Give me the Nendo discount. What's the Nendo discount? Come. Promo code.
Oh my god, I wish I have, man. But Comic Grill, if you're watching, please let's collab, man, one day. Oh yeah, since so I know one of my question I'm gonna ask about your favorite MCU movie, but since you've been like living through the era where MCU wasn't even like proper product, like we had
Bro,
X-Men, Spider-Man. No.
You're making me feel real old right now, brother. No, but
Old
it's
is
cool.
gold, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe you've been lived through Blade era. We're not talking about DC. Okay, fuck DC.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. So Blade.
Oh!
I assume Punisher, and then X-Men, of course, Spider-Man. So before we touch on MCU, I want to know which favorite movie of those era do you like? Do you have any favorites?
Oh. I don't know if you can see. I have an entire Blu-ray collection. Hang on,
I can
hang
see
on.
from
Give me
here.
one moment. I see if I can find it for you, bro.
Can. Oh my god.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it?
Okay, to those of you guys who are watching or listening on Spotify, technically Mr. Young is taking some stuff from his Blu-ray collection. So if you guys are wondering, you guys have to head down to YouTube to check yourself out.
I
Yeah.
can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll just tell you. It's Blade. It's got to be the first Blade. It's got to be the first Blade movie, bro.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
right from the techno
Yeah.
music to him
Yeah.
just like absolutely ganking a bunch of vampires, you know. A lot of
Yeah.
people credit Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire for sort of starting this whole renaissance of superhero movies. Bro, Blade was the one that started the shit.
Yeah. And back then they don't even care about the comics, man. They just like I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like I'm gonna do, man. Wesley Snipes especially. Damn, love him, yeah. And the opening of that movie, it doesn't even feel like a kids movie. I mean, yeah, it's not even a kids movie. It felt like damn. So what do you think?
It's the tone of what could be a success, because it was a success, especially for an R-rated movie, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So what do you think about the issues with MCU right now about Blade? You know, they've been delaying it for like I don't know how many months really right now.
At this point, okay, I as much as you know, like I'm a huge fan. I think you can tell of the supernatural side of the Marvel comics, right? Me being a Ghost Rider fan, obviously, I want to see the Midnight Suns. I would love to see a Blade. Unfortunately, because of this current phase that we're in, the multiversal saga, I think it's a good thing that if they can't figure this shit out, then don't do it yet. Because I want them to do it well. They need to get through this multiversal stuff to begin with. And it's not that the concept of the multiverse is a bad concept or it's too hard to grasp. I think it's just they tried to do too much too soon. They saw the success and then they went and did way too many things with no payoff. Right?
I agree. Yeah, I agree actually. Because like if you notice for the past movies or series that we had in the MCU post Endgame, it was so messy, man. Like I don't even know what's going on with the series. Like we had Werewolf by Night, where I don't know where the hell is this story is gonna be, and then they also teased War Machine series, which there's no news about it. And then like recently I just watched some of the series. Moon Knight, I rewatched it again. After watching it, I'm like, wait a minute, we don't even have any updates about Moon Knight, man. What's happening? And I can guarantee you Wonder Man that is coming out this year is gonna happen again.
Well, okay, so I don't know if you watch Did you watch Ironheart?
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Do you love it?
Yeah, so that came in as a massive surprise because everyone had very low expectations, right? And unfortunately, I think MCU is riding a wave of disinterest. It's okay. I don't think it's superhero fatigue. I think it's mid storyline fatigue. Everything thus far has been kind of mid with very little follow up because they just want to do things like do what worked for them in the past, right? Have great CGI fight scenes. The plot you just sort of like weave through it like whatever. Like we want to put in this post credit scene, but we don't actually have a resolution for it. Let me ask you, where is Star Fox? We saw Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Where the hell is
Oh
Star
my
Fox?
god.
Right?
Oh.
Shang-Chi hasn't been seen since like has it been 5 years?
Exactly.
Wait,
wait,
what?
was it?
How
Has it
hard-
been 5 years?
it was was it post pandemic or during pandemic? But
I
yeah,
think it
how
was
hard is
during,
it to
yeah.
have Simu Liu show up randomly? It's like, hi, I'm here.
Yeah.
Or something. You know what I mean, there was no
Oh my god.
plan.
Yeah, exactly. And the post credits, yeah, when you mention it, yeah, post credits is like out of place, man. The only
Yeah.
post credit that is relevant right now is Thunderbolts post credits. That's gonna lead to the upcoming movie.
Because they finally know, like, okay, what is actually next, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think for the
Yeah.
previous projects, they kind of like, okay, we know maybe this might be happening. That's why we got a Blade
Mm.
tease at the end of Eternals. But
Yeah.
then that thing completely fell through. And
Yeah.
in when whatever year that Blade will finally come out, it's going to be so long since that tease will mean nothing already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay. Now when you touch on it, do you remember Brave New World's post credit about how the leader mentioned about
Oh, yes. Oh, they
yeah
are coming. You just don't know. It was like a
yeah
veiled multiversal threat, lah. That,
yeah
to be
but
quite honest, I think us nerds will know, but most people will be like, "Huh, what are you talking about?" Huh.
yeah, exactly. And then it felt like now then you want to mention about this.
Yeah.
W-
Too
it
late,
should.
bro. Too late.
Yeah, exactly. It's the hype is not there already because we know what's gonna happen. In fact, yeah.
Bro, do you remember when we first saw that purple face grinning? Do you remember that?
Which one? Thanos, ah?
Yeah. Do you know how long
Yeah.
they teased the big bat? They teased for
Yeah.
how many years this big bat? And then now
That's
we
why.
are already going into doomsday, you know? We are going into Secret War already, you know? And like, huh? What? Who?
Exactly. And then
Shaq,
remember they tease Council of what's that?
Oh,
Yeah, Kang.
Kangs. Yeah.
No meaning really now.
That one's sian lah. That okay. That one because of his like personal issues, whatever. You want to
Yeah
get rid of
lah,
Kang.
but
I get it.
they should at least recast Michael. What's his name? Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan
At least,
Majors,
at least. Yeah, and the way they decided to bring Doom and then bring back RDJ, it felt lazy. Don't you think?
It felt desperate. And as much of a
Yeah.
fan as I am of RDJ and of the Doom character, right? Yeah, it definitely felt desperate. I hope
Yeah.
though that they can write a story that makes me feel at least okay, I get it. Like
Yeah.
because the characters of Doom and Stark are actually very similar if you think about it.
A little bit here and there.
Yeah, but like if they can sort of make it work, then fine, I'll go along with you for the ride. But I'm worried lah. I'm worried as a fan. I'm worried.
Let's just not make Doctor Doom and Tony Stark related lah in this movie.
Oh, right. So you would rather it be like Victor Von Doom, but played by Robert Downey Jr. lah. You don't want him to be a variant of Tony Stark, is it?
Yeah, I don't want him to be a variant. You want him to be a variant?
I mean, what? These days, like anything also can be a variant lah.
Yeah lah.
I guess. Like it's like,
Oh my
if
God.
you took the wrong path and then like, look, at the end of the day, I feel like maybe we should just let them tell the story they want to tell and then judge from there. Let's not judge
True.
first.
Yeah. Let's not judge from our theory, which
Yeah,
I can guarantee it's not gonna happen.
It
Yeah.
sets us up for disappointment sometimes because as comic book fans, we know all the stories that could play
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
And then when none of it happens, then we're like, oh, but then that
Hey,
was never
actually-
their original idea. So
Yeah,
I think if it's a
actually-
good story, it's a good story. Let them cook.
True. I agree. Actually, yeah. Now when you mention it, basically the reason why I'm disappointed with MCU right now is because my expectation is too high because of the comic books. I'm like, oh, this thing can happen. This thing could happen. And then when it didn't happen, you're like, oh, what kind of shitty movie? But yeah, I think I should.
Bro,
I should. Sorry?
Nothing beats Secret Invasion in terms of wasted opportunity and complete letdown. Bro, okay.
Oh my god.
In terms of MCU projects, what is worse than Secret Invasion?
What? Okay. Let's just act
I don't
like as if
think there
Secret Invasion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. if I want to say Miss Marvel was actually quite enjoyable if you think about it.
Yeah, it was okay. It was actually quite fun. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
it might not be for everybody because I guess maybe I'm at the age where I want something a little bit more gritty, lah. So all this like a teen drama, I'm like, whatever. But it wasn't a bad show, right?
Yeah, it was acceptable.
Secret Invasion was
Yeah.
such a disappointment. Oh my god.
Yeah. Do you get invited from Disney to catch Secret Invasion last year?
No.
Okay.
Because
I got
You went.
invited, and I was like, what? We get to watch 2 episodes, and in my mind,
right.
bro, is the first episode has not even ended yet, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Why is it different from the comics? I was expecting like, all these characters, but then, why am I watching this? And
Okay,
I
to
need
be
to
fair,
give a good
let's-
feedback.
Oh, right. Let's be fair. They had to film it during COVID. So a lot of the sets were very like, it felt empty. Like there's like 2 people, 3 people only, It didn't feel grand and big because they couldn't do it because it was COVID lah. They had protocols to follow,
Okay, if you were saying about COVID, Spider-Man
Yeah.
filmed during COVID. And he
True.
was.
True, yeah.
You
That's
can't blame COVID because I can't use this character here and there, but bro, have a good storyline, man. The writer
Yeah,
need to do something about it.
Yeah. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, even if you gave us a show with very little CGI, right, but it was a freaking fantastic story, I think it works. It'll be much
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Even when they execute Gaia at the end, like how she's the big character.
Well, she's like Super Skrull, basically.
Yeah. What a wasted opportunity to use Super Skrull.
Bro. What happened to Gaia? Now that's another one. What happened to her? She's like one of the most. She has the power of Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel is one of the most powerful characters in this MCU. That means she's technically as powerful or more powerful.
Yeah.
What? So where is she? Such a powerful character, she's disappeared.
Bro, now you ask where is she, right? I can guarantee you she's the ones that are gonna beat Doctor Doom.
Wait, you talking about Captain Marvel or Gaia?
Gaia is gonna
Oh.
beat Doctor Doom.
Everyone who's watching is going to be like, who is this? We know her as the lady from Game of Thrones, but what is
Yeah.
this? Because nobody watched Secret Invasion, bro.
Suddenly this girl running with Drax's hand. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
That series shouldn't happen in the first place. What was Kevin
Yeah.
Feige thinking, man? The way they hype it up, like, oh my god, this is gonna be the first violent, dark Marvel series you guys you guys ever had. And then when the first episode aired out, I'm like, huh?
what? Yeah, it was not just the expectations, it was the fact that it was just a very poorly executed show. And
Yeah.
you know what's the worst thing about the show? The reveal of Rhodey being a Skrull on the telephone. There
Oh
were
my
so
God.
many million and one ways you could have done it, right? In fact, don't even reveal it. Reveal it, save it for the next episode. No, they're going to show him. I'm like, what is it? What? How you blow the plot twist so fast?
Exactly. And then now, what's happening to Rhodey? Nobody's. There's no show that is showing what's Rhodey doing right now. Not even Captain America.
What? No. What about mayonnaise Vision?
Yeah.
Another fella disappeared off into the ether. Like, wow, there are way too many loose ends that if you don't go and resolve them soon, right, people are gonna forget about them. And if you think about it, it's not. I don't think it's us being picky, right? Because what made the first few phases of MCU so good is that everyone was sort of like randomly popping up here and there. You had
Yeah.
Iron Man who introduced Nick Fury. Then right after that, Iron Man showed
Hulk.
up in the post-credit scenes for Incredible Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget already lah. But you know what I mean? Like there wouldn't be so much time in between these characters showing up.
True. I agree. And now
Yeah.
Doomsday, I don't know how they're gonna explain what happened to Rhodey, what happened to White Vision. I can guarantee you they're gonna pop up anytime in Doomsday, and people be like, huh? Why is Vision white?
Yeah. Bro, it's a variant. Yeah. And I think that goes to what we were going to talk about as well, right? In terms of the lead up to Doomsday. Actually, I was having this conversation with my friends because we're going to watch Fantastic Four in a couple of days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think they have a lot of legwork to do before Doomsday. And technically, Doomsday is next.
Yeah, exactly. And there are no plans. I mean, SDCC is just like few days ago. I mean, right now, so they are having SDCC currently, but there are no new updates about MCU. What's gonna happen next? All we got is Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day,
Yep.
and Secret Wars. What are they gonna like
Yeah.
squeeze in everything, explain everything in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Come on, man.
But they cannot. They cannot because Spider-Man is owned by Sony. And it
Sony,
will be a
yeah.
Sony verse. So I mean, okay, Marvel Studios will have their say. Feige will have his say, right? That's great. But it will be a Spider-Man-ish story. So I'm like, they have no time to build towards Doomsday.
Yeah. Oh. But what we
Sucks.
get
It's very scary, bro.
now, when you think about it, what do we get eventually? Eyes of Wakanda. That has nothing to do with Doomsday.
I mean, look, I'm sure it will be a great show. Isn't Ryan Coogler involved
Yeah.
in it somehow?
Yeah, I mean,
it will be a
but
great show. Yeah, it's
there's
dealing
no
with stuff that happened in the
explanation.
past. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's explaining whole stories. So it's not going to lead up to Doomsday. So yeah, well, hey, the more we talk about it, the more I worries. Yeah,
I can guarantee you, Avengers Doomsday is gonna flop, man. I'm
no,
running
I
away to
cannot
DC
lie.
right now.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, hey, Superman was a good movie.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of Superman, what are your thoughts on Superman, man? Like, wait, are you a huge Marvel fan, or you like, in between? I'm a DC and Marvel fan.
So I am primarily a Marvel fan because I
Okay.
started with Marvel. I read a few. I used to read JLA and Supergirl,
Oh,
but
nice.
it was
Okay.
like a little bit here and there. So I would say 90% of my comic education is Marvel. 10% is DC. Yeah.
Okay.
That said, the DCEU, the pre James Gunn DC movies were all absolute garbage. I don't care what anybody says; those were shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
they were just
DC. Sorry, you're
Go
saying.
ahead,
You
go
were saying? No, that's all right.
The DCEU suffered from just way too many cooks trying to do different things. And then you had Zack Snyder, because of the success of the Nolan Batman movies, trying to give us a darker Superman,
yeah.
which to me doesn't work. Superman, at his core, is a character about hope. Which is why this current Superman is so well done. He's the type of guy that is like so unrelentingly hopeful for humanity. That's what Superman is supposed to be, not this brooding, angry guy. I'm sure you've seen the clips on social media. The courthouse is on fire, explosion happened, he just stand there in aura farm.
Yeah, aura farming. Yeah, that's the word. Like, he don't even care. And also, I saw one clip, where he was fighting. I can't remember who, and then the truck was hitting the building, and the building collapsed. But Superman also standing there, aura farming. Like, I don't give a damn. They are not aliens. I'm the only alien here.
And then you see the new one, right? And James Gunn, I think, did it on purpose. He's out there. He's showing you he's saving little girls. He's saving a squirrel. Even the monster. The other superheroes are like being very violent towards it. And then he's like, hey, do we have to go that far? He's just this nice guy. And I think that's the type of hero we need in this cynical world. Like, you go to any comment section, it's all so cynical. And I think that's what James Gunn is doing, and he's done so well. That's why I love this new Superman. And I've never been a fan of Superman. I'm not a fan of Superman because I find him unrelatable.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was a hater, man. Before James Gunn, I was like, no. You guys say Superman is like OP. Okay, fine. I'll just head over Kryptonite, see what he can do.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but okay.
But
I had a different point of view of Superman actually for James Gunn. Even though I enjoyed the movie, I gave it an 8 or 7.5. But I had a problem with how he was kind of weak, I would say, because if you think about it, he only depends on crypto, and then he depends on Justice Gang. But after you mentioned about how he wasn't really agreeing with what Justice Gang is doing with the kaiju, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense, because he's trying to be like, this likable guy, down to earth, I'm not gonna kill or whatever. Now when you mention it, I'm like, yeah, actually that makes sense. Now I'm starting to like Superman even more.
Like, I mean, you could argue in a way like he's holding back a lot of the time because he doesn't want to cause mass destruction.
Yeah.
So that is the core of a good Superman story, where one day he can completely let go and then that could be quite interesting. Then you have a moral dilemma all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't think it's a perfect movie by any means. I'm here glazing this new Superman. I think that there are some issues, but it's a very good start to this new James Gunn DCU, and I think it's exciting times for DC fans.
Yeah, and besides what a time to have like good DC movie along with Marvel movie. Like finally we can have both community to enjoy a good movie after like 10 years of shit that DC
and competition makes people take chances, makes people more creative, right? And that's what Marvel was kind of going unopposed for way too long already, so they could just do whatever it will be a hit and never mind one. Now they have to compete, and that will make them step up their game. Competition is always a good thing.
True. They were so relaxed actually. Like, they hire Taika Waititi. I myself find that Taika Waititi is annoying to have to do Thor.
Don't get me started on Love and Thunder was my least favorite Thor movie.
There you
Dark
go.
World was crap. No. Love and Thunder was horrendous.
Yeah, oh my god. I actually tried watching it again on Disney Plus. I'm like, why am I torturing myself, man, watching this shit? I'd rather watch an SNL skit. It felt like an SNL skit.
It did. I've heard that they were trying to get Taika Waititi to do a Judge Dredd movie.
Oh yeah, I heard. Oh
So,
my
I
god.
don't know.
No. Sylvester Stallone will be damn pissed.
Maybe he learned from his mistake already, so he's just going to tone down a bit. Because Taika Waititi
We'll see.
did Ragnarok, and Ragnarok was not. It was quite good. Like, it was just the right balance of the silly humor, but also seriousness. And then he just went too far with Love and Thunder. But Ragnarok was good, right?
Yeah, he was like, no, I feel like he was too confident. Like, oh, people love my humor. People love the way I direct this shit. So I'm gonna do it my way. But then, nah, you just had to. Why is Thor suddenly become so dumb? Back to square one.
He became
Square one.
Himbo.
Yeah.
He essentially became a Kimbo. And then, they're cracking jokes when it should be a serious moment. Like, a serious moment get us feel sad, or like Jane is dying of cancer for crying out loud. And they go, no, must throw in a joke here, joke there. I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So Taika Waititi. And the only good thing about the movie is Hercules. That's all.
Where has he been? Where has he been? Another loose end.
Yeah. Suddenly this guy gonna appear in the Doomsday. People be like, huh? What?
Who is this guy? Why is he fighting Thor? I don't get it. Like, people forgot already.
Oh my god. Damn. Okay, so we are almost ending already, but I would like to ask, since we are so close to the most anticipated movie of the year, and I'm gonna tell you, this episode is gonna be out on Wednesday, which is 23rd, I guess. And I believe you already got invited for Fantastic Four, right? On the 22nd or something?
Yes. I will be watching it on Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Sadly, I still didn't get the email. Oh, my God.
Next one. Doomsday,
Yeah,
bro.
maybe. Oh, I hope so. Because my in-charge left, so I can't do anything. Yeah.
I see.
But it's alright. I'm still gonna enjoy it anyways. But I just hope I get to avoid the spoilers. Okay, so
It's so hard, bro. It's so hard to avoid spoilers these days. Like, the second something is out there already, you have to stay off TikTok.
Exactly. It's time for me to delete TikTok, man. And everything, actually. Yeah, so since this episode is going to come out on Wednesday and you already watch it, but I still want to know, what
Yeah.
are your expectations for this movie? Because on Twitter, I see like people give their first reaction to this movie, and I can guarantee you, almost everyone gave it like way better review than Superman. They say it's out of this world.
Oh.
They say it's fantastic. Say that again. Yeah. So
Well, yeah.
what are your expectations, man?
I think as a fan of the MCU and Marvel in general, I have high expectations because I think they need to set up Doomsday already. I think they have a Herculean task of getting us to care about this universe and how it's quote unquote going to come to an end, the 616, as it were, right? So yeah, I have no doubt that they can pull it off. I love Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, everyone they've cast seems awesome and exciting.
Yep.
But I'm cautiously optimistic is the phrase. Because here's the thing, and I was having a conversation with my friends about it, right? Like, Thunderbolts was such a good movie, but it did poorly because of the fatigue, because of the lowered expectations already. So I'm like, they really need to hit this out of the park. If not, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna watch this movie with how do I say it? The same way as I enter the movie for Superman, because everyone's like hyping it, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch this movie as a hater lah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
So you can only be impressed lah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what they have for us lah for Fantasy 4, the last movie for this year actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy to think about.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Young. Appreciate your time. Wow. Finally, I get to invite. Actually, I've been watching because your videos has been like popping up my FYP. You were talking about Marvel
thank you.
cards. I want to ask about that actually. Yeah. So I'm like, wait, this guy. He sounds so familiar because I never seen your face before. I always hear your voice.
Yeah.
Because okay, honestly, I work in the media industry as well, and I think early this year I need to find a voice actor, and then I went to this website, and then I listened to every one of the voice actors there, and I think you are one of the people I selected. I recommended my boss, but I don't know what happened after that. So yeah, he asked me to pick 3 actually. Yeah, so eventually it was given to another person. But yeah, after I saw your video, I'm like, hey, this guy sounds familiar, yeah. And then I found out you're a DJ. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is a DJ and talks about Marvel. Who would have thought, man? So in my mind, I was like, I need to, yeah.
The interesting thing is there are actually a lot of local people in the media who are closet geeks. Like I don't out them lah, but like I actually play Marvel Rivals. I last night played Marvel Rivals with a local singer and 3 other local DJs. Yeah.
Wait, let me guess. Is the local singer a Malay guy?
It's not Saziri if that's who you are asking, but yes, I know.
Oh my God,
I know he's
So
another.
close.
Yeah, no, it's another guy. He's another guy. He's a Chinese guy.
Okay. And 3 other local DJs, Damn.
Yeah, so we'll play Marvel Rivals. So yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so I mean, I would say it's an honor lah to invite you because, like I said, ever since I saw your video, your TikTok video, I'm like, I need to invite this guy one day, man. But I don't know how, because my podcast actually is in Malay. Until this year, people are like, hey, you should start doing it in English, man. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then your video came to your TikTok came to my mind. I'm like, hey, I remember this DJ guy. He talks about Marvel, so I need to like scroll out. And then you went live one day, and then here we are. Thank you so much, Mr. Young.
No, thank you for having me, man. I, if anything, love to talk about what we love, this shared love of nerdy shit, right? And I love that there's a platform for everybody to do this now. So thank you for having me on the show today.
Of course, man. Thank you also. So to those of you guys watching this, if you love Mr. Young's content and the way he speaks, you can check out his radio station actually, or maybe follow him on TikTok, Mr. Young. Do you want to give a shout out to your a TikTok handle or Instagram?
Sure. On TikTok, it's Mr. Young GG. That's the same as Twitch, which is where I stream. So you talk about Marvel cards, right? I play this game called Marvel Snap. That's actually
Yes.
like my main game that I play. But I also play Marvel Rivals as well. Big fan of horror, pro wrestling, as we mentioned earlier. So yeah, I have a lot of nerd subcultures to tend to on a daily basis.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, if you guys are interested, go and check him out. I mean, cool guy lah, I would say. And then to those of you guys who, yeah, to those of you guys who are still tuning into this episode, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's Talk Comics with Nendo. Listen to this podcast in Spotify. Let's Talk Comics with Nendo. Follow me on TikTok. Let's Talk Comics, and follow me on Instagram. Shazwan Nendo. And from there, Shazwan Nendo right here. Mr. Young. Once again, thank you so much. Let's Talk Comics. Peace. Bye bye.